What is up, guys? So I wanted to make this video as sort of a small Overwatch review, but I mainly wanted to talk about DLC. So one of the main complaints when it comes to modern gaming is the price. Games are crucified when they are deemed to not have enough content, and it's understandable. It's become common that games release with season passes, microtransactions, and DLC. So if you spend over $60 on a game, you should get a full game. But what makes a full game, and how do we judge a game's worth? Many simply say it depends on how many hours you get out of it, but that's just not logical. I have played shorter games like BioShock Infinite, and I thought that game was absolutely worth my $60, even when compared to a longer game like The Witcher 3. The problem mainly seems to lie with multiplayer-focused games like Overwatch, Battlefront, Evolve, and Titanfall. All of these games went through the same quote-unquote controversy when they were released. Gamers didn't really think these games were worth their $60 price tag because they were released with no single player and only a few maps and game modes. A game like Evolve had bigger problems because of the aggressive DLC and pre-order bonuses, and the game is actually now free, which is probably what they should have done in the first place. I understand why modern games have DLC. They need to find new ways to make their money back. Games used to cost anywhere from $60 to $120 back in the Nintendo NES era, and games are only getting bigger and more expensive to produce, but game developers need to be able to deliver on the content. I don't mind the $60 price tag for Overwatch, even if it's $40 on PC, because I really enjoy the game. Like with BioShock, I don't care how much content the game has, as long as it keeps me interested, and that's something that Battlefront failed to do. Battlefront had nothing to keep me coming back, so after 3 hours I abandoned the game and never came back. The best parts of Battlefront are the environments that it creates. It's amazing to be running out in the open battlefield while explosions happen in the background and lasers fly past you, but the gameplay boils down to run out, get shot, and repeat, which is not enough to keep me interested. None of the unlocks were interesting enough for me to keep playing. Many of the weapons handle the same, and the game stopped being fun after a couple matches. On the other hand, I've consistently been playing Overwatch for the past month. The core of the game is so good that I naturally want to go back and play another match, and the variety in this game doesn't come from a huge story campaign. Instead, it comes from the unique way each hero handles, and the gameplay is just fun. It's one of those games that's easy to pick up and hard to master, which makes it really addicting. There was nothing wrong with Battlefront, but it just didn't feel like a full game. The reason I bring all this up is because recently EA announced a campaign mode for Battlefront, which seems to indicate that EA understands that the game needs more than just maps and game modes. The only problem is that the announced campaign, it's not what people are expecting. It's actually single player mode where you take on bots, and that's just not interesting enough for someone like me to go back and play it. But the only question now is, will others be willing to go back, and would they be willing to pay for it? Anyways guys, that is it for me. I do want to thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
Just look at you. Step us into the iris. Not enough scrap. This will come in handy. It's Hanu.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
I'm back. Show them what you can do. Come get your armor. Thank you. Armor up. I'm out of scrap. I can always use more. Come get your armor. Stay out of my way! I'm in the zone! Thank you, my friend! It's not enough scrap.
动住！
Time to roll up my sleeves. Armor here. Let's hear those guns. Much better. I can use this.
30 seconds remaining.
Scrap it.
动住！不许走！
Take my turret.
Self-destruct sequence.
Is approaching its destination. Double kill.
Hammer time.
Victory.